In this presentation, we're going to take a look at part 14 of our C Corporation comprehensive problem, this time taking a look at an M1 related to meals. Here we are on our form 1120. We're now going to be doing an adjusting entry related to the meals. Now note that when we enter the meals into the system, they always end up down here. They're in the other deductions on the page 1 of the 1120. So if I go in here, we say, here's the meals. However, in the data input screen, we entered it into a special location. Why? Because when I look at meals on our income statement in our Excel worksheet, it's at 4,000. And most data input screens, meals is one of those things. It used to be meals and entertainment, by the way. It's now been changed. So what qualifies as deductible meals has differed. You may want to look that up, but here we're concentrated on the data input. Typically, the meals are going to be limited to like 50%. That's going to be the typical rule. And the software, the system or the software, will typically want to calculate that for you. But again, when we first put this information in, we don't want the M1s at that point because I want to do this in a step-by-step process, see the M1s as we put them in. Therefore, we didn't use this special little data input point that would then do the M1 automatically and magically for us. So now we're going to go back and say, all right, now I want to look at that M1, analyze it one at a time. This is probably the most common M1 that most people know of. So if anybody that's done tax returns, you go, well, it's the meals and entertainment's like stuck in your head, but now it's not entertainment anymore. It's just the meals, but it's going to be that 50% typically. So, okay, we're going to go back to the data input. We're going to say, all right, let's go into our deductions, and we're going to scroll down to the other deductions down here and remove it from that side, basically doing a journal entry. So I'm going to say this is going to be an M1, and I'm going to record it this way so we can see it now being journalized out of here. Now this is going to be kind of ugly on the tax return. You may want to remove that later. However, it's really nice to prepare the tax return and review the tax return. Then we're going to go up top and look for that data input screen related to meals. Here it is. Meals, 50% deductible. And you're going to say, all right, I know the total meals was 4,000. And if I put the whole 4,000 in there, are they going to try to take 50% away? Probably. So we're going to put the full 4,000 in and see what they then put into the forms. Let's go back to the forms. We're going to say, and now we're in the forms. It's still in the same location, which is the other deductions. So now we have meals in there twice. Notice how kind of ugly this is, but it is transparent, I guess. So that's, kind of the trade-off. So then we have the meals now. The new meals are now on the books at the 2,000. So the old meals have been negated. The new meals now on the books at that 2,000. So they did take half of it, in other words. Well, how do they account for that? Where's the other side go? The other side is an M1, which they did automatically for us. We don't have to enter the M1. If we then go to page 6 of our return, we can automatically see the travel and entertainment. That's where they put the other side to the meal. So they did the M1 for us. That should keep us in balance as it does up top. So we're still in balance. Now let's just see if we can then replicate what the software magically did to us with a journal entry. So we're now going to be on number 14 here. And notice we kind of skipped number 13 because we went back to the Alt 9 on number 13. So don't let that throw you off. We're going to say this is going to be number T. We're dealing with the meals here because it's a tax journal entry. That's why it's a T. We're going to be dealing with the meals and entertainment and the M1 related to meals and entertainment. So we're going to be reducing this one with a credit. We're going to be increasing this one with a debit, remembering that for the tax purposes, we're just simply not going to be picking up these items down below. That's why they're not going to be included, but for book purposes, they are included, or they're up top, and therefore we don't need these anyways in either case. Okay, so we're going to go back up top. We're going to say that we need to debit then the M1. So we're going to go down and say we want to debit the non-deductible meals M1, please, and then we're going to credit the meals. And it's going to be for the amount of half, 50% of the 4,000. We could put a nice little journal entry there. Not there. That's the wrong. So it's going to be here. 4,000 times 0.5. Probably should put a note. I'm going to put a note by the T. I'm going to right click and say we would like a note, please. New note. This is going to be to record M1 for 50% of meals for taxes, something like that. Could probably be worded better, but that should suffice. So there we have that. And let's record it. So here's going to be the non-deductible is going to be down below. We're going to go down here. This is where we want it to be. So that's where it will go. We're in Q53 equals. Scrolling back up. We're picking up then the 2000. So there we have that. Increasing to the 2000, throwing us out of balance until we record the other side, which will fix it. Then we're in the meals. So that's going to be right here. We're right next to the meals, which is nice. That's in Q31 equals, and then we'll pick up that 2000, bringing the balance down to 2000. Then we're going to scroll down and see what we have at the bottom here. This is what we have at the bottom. We're going to go back to our tax return. Let's check our income numbers now. So we have the first page of the 1120 at the 1680629. That should be matching the 1680629 here. That looks good. Happy about that. We're going to go then to page 6 of the 1120. Check out the first number, which is the book number, that being 1461500. That's the 1461500. The last number on the M1 being the tax number once again, I believe at this point should be the 1680629, which is the 1680629. So everything looks like it's tying out as it should.